And this week we are taking advantage of fresh seasonal produce to make a fantastic peach gazpacho. So we're going to show you several ways to do it. We're going to, of course, as you can see, do it in our Paco Jet, but you don't have to. Stick around and find out how exactly you make this soup. What are the ingredients in this soup?
We're going to start with our peaches, which I have peeled ahead of time. And then we'll add our yellow and red peppers that are also peeled. Next ingredients is our cucumbers, also peeled and de-seeded. A traditional gazpacho is usually made with bread because that's what will hold it together and give its velvety, texture and stability, so it's not watery. But in this case, when I developed this, I developed it gluten-free in mind, and so I did it with cashew nuts. I did soak those cashews in water overnight. You can do it up to 3 to 5 hours. Okay. But overnight, optimal. And so once you add your salt, you kind of just want to mix that in together. That salt will help release some of the liquid from the peaches as well as the tomatoes and the peppers, excuse me, the peppers and the cucumbers. The tomatoes actually is a juice, so we're already getting the juice out of that. The peppers and the cucumbers are there to add a little bit of freshness to the soup. Okay. So what you'll get more of, obviously, is going to be the peaches, but those peppers and that cucumber will give it a little bit of zest, a little bit of extra flavors, kind of like the French. When you make a mirepoix, you add a mirepoix to your dish. It gives it that balance. It gives it a little bit more flavor, and that's what these are for. Not too much, just a little bit. It won't overpower the peaches. You'll get more peach than anything else. Last but not least, I'm going to add my olive oil. Olive oil is great. Use a really good one because you're going to taste it, and this will also help give it like that smooth, velvety texture. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to mix this all up, make sure it's nice and blended, and then we're going to throw a piece of plastic wrap over it. So I usually let it go for 5 hours, and then I'll put it in the fridge, and I'll even let it go overnight sometimes before I do it. But 5 hours is plenty of time for you to let it sit, let all those flavors melt, so we come back and we could blend it together. As you can see, you can kind of check it out and see some of the vegetables have become pretty translucent. So you got all that liquid out of there, and that's all going to add to the flavor of this gazpacho. Cool. All right, so why don't we just go ahead and blend this. Get that all in there. And we're going to blend this at a medium-high speed. So, and you want to blend it for about, I would say 3 minutes, straight 3 minutes, because you want to get those cashews all blended and you want to get that emulsified. Now, I wouldn't, if you're using a Paco Jet, I wouldn't worry so much about the emulsification because when you do freeze it, that blade is spinning so fast, it's going to emulsify it on its own. But if you're not, and you're just going to blend this, you want to make sure to give it a good 3-4 minutes spinning to make sure that you got everything emulsified. All right, so now that we're done blending it, we're going to go ahead and put this into our Paco Jet.
Okay, and for people without a Paco Jet, they can just basically, this is the point when they would strain it and it's ready to go.
And it's ready to go.
Okay,
I would actually refrigerate it first. For 2 to 3 hours before having it. It'll taste better when it's really nice and cold and fresh. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this into our freezer. We're gonna freeze it overnight, make sure it's frozen before we spin it in the Paco Jet. We are gonna go ahead and spin it in our Paco Jet. We'll do that for 4 revolutions, back and forth. We will not add air, because we don't need to add air to this.
Okay, easy peasy. I like to say good is straining it.
Exactly.
Better is a creamy, and best is going to be a Paco Jet.
Definitely.
So that's kind of your tiers.
All right. Oh, I also have here a little bit of tomato foam. Just a little something to be extra chefy.
Yes.
And add to our soup experience. All right. So.
Ooh, that looks beautiful.
Very, very smooth.
There's a little foam magic right here. Ooh, that almost looks like ice cream.
It kind of does a little bit. All right.
Wow. Let's dig into it.
Dig in.
Ooh, do I mix it with the? I'm mixing the foam in.
I usually mix it when I do it.
Yeah, this is just like I feel like I'm about to eat melted ice cream.
Oh man, that is really good. It's so fresh. It's like it tastes like summer. It's not even really summer yet, but it tastes like summer. It's smooth.
This is super healthy, because there's basically nothing in here but vegetables.
Exactly, and it's not cooked, so you didn't lose anything in the process.
Oh, this is so good. It's like you get the tartness from the peaches and the vinegar. Yep. I taste maybe a little tiny bit of cucumber, but no peppers.
But no peppers at all.
But it's really just tastes like a summer garden. Exactly. It tastes like You know, it tastes like you're in your backyard having a good time.